Hey, 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 it's your girl Barbie J. Hey, saying I'm sorry. I am so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. I am 24 hours late with putting this up. I wrote everything down last night, had everything written, and I passed out, went to sleep. I just don't know. I'm so tired. And my children got me Googling stuff on WebMD. It's like, what, put in your symptoms, sleepy all the time, tired. It's like, oh my God, I got this. Oh my God, I got that because I'm too tired. Look, maybe it's just that Barbie Jane getting no rest. Hello. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to keep my head down. I put this hat on thinking it's going to stop the glare from the ring light because it's dark in here. But it's not happening. I'm going to try to keep my head down and not go up like that so I look like a space creature or something. You see? Ew. Anyway, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I hope everybody had a blessed and wonderful Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful, beautiful women out there who are mothers to be, mother figures, mentor kids, teachers, whatever. Y'all still got that mothering spirit in you, so you all are wonderful mothers. And I just want to say, I hope you had a wonderful day. Anyway, shout out to everybody in my comment section. How y'all doing out there? I know everybody's saying, oh, things are slow. Tyler Perry got a bunch of shows on hiatus. And nobody want to watch that all the time. Anyway, what else I want to say? If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that now. Go right down there, hit that little subscription button. You see it right there. Hit that. And then if you want, you can hit the notification bell next to it and it'll let you know every time Barbie J uploads a new video. That works, right? Help a sister out. I was trying to reach, 500 subscribers by my birthday, which is June 1st. June 1st? But it doesn't look like I'm going to make it. I was trying to. I know I got 2 more weeks, but it doesn't look like that was my goal. So, you win some, you lose some. But I know, don't lose the faith. I'll try to keep trying to see how close I can get to 500 subscribers by my birthday, which is June 1st. Anyway, now, let's get on with this Equalizer. We are talking about the Equalizer Season 1, Episode 8. Lifeline. This was a very good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm going to try to cut out some details so this video don't be so long, but y'all know me. I like to give all the details, and I got to try to keep my head down. Y'all like this hat? This hat be in my closet all the time. I'll never wear it. It's kind of funky. Look at the kind of funky look on this hat. So I'm trying to, cover up my glasses. So I hope y'all don't see the ring light too much. So it starts with this young couple. They driving and they get pulled over by the police. And I'm listening to the horn. And I said, that don't sound like no United States policemen. They're in France. Okay, so they get pulled over. The man gets out and stuff. And they shoot him. Pop, pop, pop. Kill the man. The girl screams. Ah! She runs out, gets out the car and runs in front of the car. And then jets across the street. And I don't know. She start running and running. All of a sudden, Robin McCall gets a call from her special satellite phone. And she's like, wait up. Because usually I don't get a call from my satellite phone unless it's from somebody, like a CIA operative or somebody like that. So the person, when she answered, the person said, I was told that if I was ever in trouble to call this number. And Carla was like, well, who's this? Who's this? She didn't know who it was, but they got cut off. So she later found out, after they, what she did. She ditched out on Aunt Vi because they were supposed to be having ladies' night with Aunt Vi, Delilah, and Delilah's friend Nikki. So she said she would be right back. End up not coming back, of course. But she said she'd come back. She went to see Harry and Melody. And of course, they were able to tap into the camera on the car cam. And when the girl ran in front of it, she saw her face and she said, oh my God, that's, I think it's David's daughter, Carla. And they said, you know her? She said, no, but I know her from the pictures, of him showing of her as she grew up. So that's how they found out who she was. But then as they tapped more into more cameras, they saw where the girl was located. Of course, it's in France, and how many men were chasing her. And they was trying to figure out why they were chasing her. And they saw the format that they were chasing her in. So, they knew it was some military something going on. And so her dad had just gotten killed 2 weeks prior. So, oh, my nose is sorry. So maybe Robin is trying to figure out why they're after her. She doesn't know why. So they're able to contact the girl, calling her cell phone back, and they tell her to run a certain way to run to a warehouse. And when she gets to the warehouse, they realize that the men are following her because of the SIM card. And they tell her to remove the SIM card from her phone first before she goes into the warehouse. So she sneaks in, she gets into a way because one of the doors was locked. So she was able to go around another way and get into the warehouse and try to hide to get for safety, And so the men were still, they got in there, was looking for her still. And for a distraction, Harry did something, Harry did his geeky skills. He did something and caused the alarms to ring in the warehouse next door to get the fire department coming. So it distracted those men for a minute. But they came in there looking for Carla. One of them came and checked one area and she wasn't there. They had told her to jump up and get on top and to hide in the ductwork, and that's what she had did. But Robin told him he's probably gonna come back by, and they said, how do you know? She said, because she thought she was safe at that point, but she said, that's what I would do, come back and check. So he did come back and check, and she said, when he comes back, if he does, she said, turn off your phone and see if you could get a camera, a picture of him, because if you don't turn off your ringer, it'll go click, or whatever that noise it makes. So she turned off her phone. He came back. She was able to get his picture. She sent it to them. And what happened was they found out who he was by doing that. And of course, there was Wi-Fi in the warehouse. That's why her phone was able to work without the SIM card, everybody, if you were asking that. So anyway, what else happened? She's in the warehouse, blah, 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 the ductwork. Robin reaches out to Bishop and to get help for Carla, because, Carla's out of the country. And he wants her to she also wanted him to check out Carla's boyfriend to see what's up with him. Like, why are they chasing this girl? We don't know what's going on. Is it about her father? Is it about her boyfriend? Is it about what she does for a living? So, because she was some type of journalist as well. And then Bishop, Robin asks his caller to take, Robin then calls Detective Dante. Oof. I can't believe she did that. Because after seeing the picture of who that guy was, she knew of somebody else who was in prison that would know what was going on. And she needed Detective Dante to interview the guy. So even after that whole thing of last week with the problem with the serial killer, and Detective Dante was pissed at her, she still called him, and he agreed to do the interview with the prisoner, but he said in the morning. And she couldn't even argue with that because she didn't care if he don't give a damn if somebody's life is in danger the way she acts. Anyway, so Robin then she calls an old friend in France named Allison to help her. And we find out that Robin had risked her life to go back and save Allison back in Afghanistan. And so Allison was always grateful. She grateful until she did what she just did next. So let me just skip. Delilah, I'm going to go back to Delilah and her friend. Delilah and her friend Nikki are snooping around. They talking in their room, and Nikki's asking her, what does your mother do? Because your mama didn't come home last night. She's like she had a booty call, She like, your mama all that. She didn't come home last night. Why are you looking for her mama? Why are you looking out the window for Delilah's mama, Nikki? What kind of nosy child are you? Stay in your own house if you're going to be nosy and other people's stuff. But then Delilah do the stupidest thing, which I think she knows better at 14 years old. I think she's 14. She's got to know better because she didn't know exactly what her mother did. And she said her mother works for a charity and all this stuff. And the girl is like, you don't even know what charity. What did she do for the charity and all this stuff? She said, I will show you. You gonna go in your mama's room and start snooping to find shit? How you going through her drawers and her pocketbooks and her closet looking for stuff? And so she finds a passport that don't have no stamps in it. And she was like, oh, maybe there's something hidden under the floorboards. And she got a screwdriver trying to lift up the boards there in Robin's bedroom. I said, what the hell is wrong with Delilah? You know better, your mama. I'm surprised Robin ain't kick her behind doing that craziness. That's stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. Ain't nobody gonna go snooping in their mama stuff. Come on. Anyway, so Aunt Vi walks in and catches them, of course. She catches them and she makes up an excuse for Robin. She said, look, Aunt Vi, there's a passport with no stamp. She said, silly, because she lost her passport and had to get a new one sent. I was like, that was a good one, Aunt Vi. I thought Aunt Vi knew at that moment what Robin does, but she doesn't. I had no idea. Anyway, so she gets out of that, but she's looking like making this face like, what the freak is Robin doing? Anyway, so Detective Dante calls Robin back with the bad news, and she said the guy said he knows it wasn't a police officer asking these questions, and whoever is asking these questions, tell them they need to be afraid, very afraid. And then they asked, did she recognize the name of Sequin? Does that mean anything to her? And she was like, what? And she's like, I gotta go. And she hung up on Detective Dante. And so we find out that he was someone who almost killed her back in the days, and she wanted to kill him, and they stopped her from killing him, promising her he would spend the rest of his life in prison. And so, of course, that didn't happen. So she got mad at Bishop about it, because Bishop was the one who promised it to her. So she told Bishop she's going to France. He said, what you going to do? You better get me a flight to France, and I need a tactical team or whatever. And she said, so he hooked it up. And she called Allison. They were saying how Allison doesn't have the girl, or something happened. Quinn had the girl. And what Harry found out, is that Allison made a side deal to give up Carla for 5 million euros. And they found out because there was a deleted email from Quinn or something like that, a text message or something, but it was a deleted message from Quinn. So Allison was trying to make money and was going to give over this girl after, unless she was planning on trying to trick him and get the money first. But when Robin landed in France and met with her tactical team, and they made it to that warehouse, she found Allison dead. Allison was dead. Yes, she was. And then she's going through that, they all going through the warehouse, and she finds out that Carla's dad is still alive. David, he's still alive. They were beating him for 2 weeks. They were torturing him, and so Robin tries to, save him and stuff. She fighting the bad guy, but then another guy comes and puts the gun to Carla's head and said he would shoot her. He would shoot her in the head if the father didn't give the passcode. So the father was like, she doesn't have anything to do with it. Please save my daughter. Please save my daughter. All that stuff. All that stuff for him. Well, of course, Robin. Oh, they found out. I forgot. They stun gunned Robin. They stun gunned her because they made her put a gun down, else he was going to shoot the girl. And then he found out that they wanted her alive. I guess Quinn wanted her alive. And so they stunned her with the stun gun and shoot and hit the floor, whatever it was, whatever those things are. But she wasn't all the way knocked out. And so when he was trying to get the passcode and was going to kill Carla, Robin jumped up and started fighting him. That's how it happened. And she started fighting the bad guy. So, of course, she won. But then another bad guy came around the corner and shot at them. And she moved out the way. And David jumped in front of Carla, his daughter, and killed him. They killed him. So she had a dad for a little while. And she did thank Robin McCall for at least giving her that short little time with him. But, what else? Before that all ended, Robin, after she killed that other guy, Robin killed 2 people, right? She had the earpiece. That earpiece that the criminals had when they was getting all the information, and she picked it up and she told Quinn, she said, I'm going to catch you, and this time I'm going to kill you. And she threw it down and stepped on it and smashed it. I said, oh, holla. All right now. Like I said, Carla's thanking Robin for giving her that time with her dad. Robin tells Carla, if you ever need me, you have my number. And Carla said, if you ever need me, I'm here. So I guess she was okay. Carla had a hand in a sling because he got shot, when all of that went down. But then Robin went to see Bishop. She was pissed. She said, you should have told me Quinn was still out there, and he's like, for what? For what, why? You the guy, I was trying to protect you. And she was like, what? And it seemed like he was more like trying to protect the company. She said, they tortured Hanson for days. You know, maybe I could have saved him. He said, no, you would have went out there all crazy and getting all crazy trying to get revenge, and you would have gotten yourself killed. And he's like, you can't save everybody, Robin. And she said, look, I left the CIA because they kept things from me and made choices for me that I would have never made for myself. You know, and she said, you know what? She said, Bishop, she said, you know the only difference between you and the company, I guess the company is the CIA, and it was quiet for a moment. She said, neither do I. Meaning you just like them. You just like them. Because she feel like he protected me. That man could have came and got her and her family. You got to tell her so she could protect herself knowing that he was around. Anyway, that didn't make no sense. But Robin then calls Detective Dante to give him the news that the girl was saved, was fine and everything. And he said, well, we're even now. And he said, the next time I see you, I'm taking you down. So she needs to stop calling on him. I don't know how we going to get him out of the picture, but we know that's not going to happen no time soon. But it's going to be interesting. Next week, we're going to have 3 more episodes in a row before I get tired when they have all these breaks in the show, weeks without stuff happening. Anyway, one of the last things that happened, let's see. So Robin gets home and Aunt Vi is waiting up. And Aunt Vi don't look like she ready to play. She was like, she tells her that the girls went looking through her room and she don't understand what's going on. And she said, I'm out of here. If you don't come straight and clean with me and tell me what's going on, I'm out of here. She said, I keep defending you. And she said, and I don't even know what I'm defending for. She said, what are you doing, Robin? What are you doing? And so Robin finally tells Aunt Vi. I didn't even know. Did y'all know that? I didn't even know that Aunt Vi didn't know what she did. So she tells Aunt Vi that she worked for the CIA, but no more. She promised, but she still helps people. She said, well, then who do you work for? What are you doing? What are you doing? She said, well, I can show you better than I could tell you. And she opens up the website and she shows, all the different people who send messages they needing help and all this stuff and everything. And Aunt Vi was looking at her say, but why you? Why you got to do it? She said, because I can. Did she say because I can or because I care? Because I can. I think she said can, And she looked at her, Aunt Vi looked at her and hugged her and said, you always were a troublemaker. But whatever you need, I was like, oh, but she a troublemaker for good now. She said, but whatever you need, I'll be here. Delilah is really a smart girl and she may figure it out one day and it may not end well. So you need to probably let her know, or I guess she's trying to tell her she probably better prepare her daughter about it. Anyway, I think that was it. But that was a nice episode. I really liked that episode. It didn't have her running doing so much of everything. She just let Harry do everything with his geeky skills and stuff, which I love him. He's really cool. I think he's cool. And I think that's it. So I hope y'all like this brief recap. This your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.